That's right. It's time for Catching Up with Carley, presented by Meijer. And today I'm joined by former Tigers player Danny Worth. How's it going, Danny?
Good. How are you?
Good, good, very good. Thank you. All right, let's talk about what you're up to in life after baseball. What's going on with Danny Worth?
Um, I have family, three kids. Wife and I are busy with that. Age six, three, and one. And I am currently coaching at Pepperdine University baseball, my alma mater.
Very cool. How exciting. You're at your alma mater and beautiful three kids. Congratulations. But
Thank you.
let's talk about your time with the Tigers, okay? So you were at the club from 2010 to 2014 and then appearing on their postseason roster in 2011 and 2012. What was that experience like? I mean, especially having won the AL championship in 2012.
Last, it was like a dream come true, just playing on the biggest stage in the playoffs in the big leagues. The competition, the talent that you get to play against in the playoffs, nothing beats it. So, an experience I'll remember forever and I'll cherish, and still talk about frequently with a lot of people. And although we lost and we never won a World Series, it's extremely special to me.
I'm sure. Okay, so let's elaborate. Excuse me. I'm sure. Okay, now let's elaborate on that a bit. Can you talk to me a little more about making your way to the World Series that year? Was it a total pinch me moment?
Yeah, it was. It was a strange year. I got called up and down. Got called up and sent down a ton of times. I don't even remember the count. It was so much. I'm sure I could look that up, but I never have. And then all of a sudden, boom, making the postseason roster. That was unexpected, and extremely thankful for Leland and whoever else decided to bring me on. But in terms of like the team and throughout the year, we had the talent on paper, or they did, and it was just a great experience to be a part of that and to be teammates with them and see them, each individually work and compete and come together and achieve something great.
Okay, you talk about your team as a whole. What kind of special bond do you form with your teammates, especially going to something like the World Series, which every player wants to experience in their lifetime?
There's just a collective goal that everyone has, and the closer you get to it, it's becomes more realistic, and there's more focus and energy and drive to get there. And as the season progresses, the stakes get high, and people can start tasting it, and the momentum builds up, and it's a lot of fun just seeing that evolution. Come about throughout the year. And once you get there, you celebrate for a split second, and then it's on to the division series, which was extremely hard that year. I think we played the A's. I thought they were the best team that year. Personally, they were just great. The Oakland Stadium that year was one of the loudest series and games and stadiums I've ever been a part of. And just all that energy in the air. In that series, it was something I'll remember forever. And then the we played the Yankees the next series. I think we swept them, and then we had a layoff, which was maybe a little unfortunate. People will talk about going into the World Series, and then in the World Series we got spanked and swept ourselves. But that whole journey, and just the attention and the support by the fans, by friends, by family, teammates, it just makes it a really special thing to be a part of.
I love it. Okay, and you accomplished all of this with the same team, the Tigers, the team that drafted you in 2007. How amazing. And what was it like making your big league debut finally in 2010?
It was amazing. Detroit and the organization. when I hear the word Tigers or people talk about baseball and the Tigers, even still, I just get, a great feeling comes over me. And it's just a special place in my heart. They gave me an opportunity. They believed in me enough to draft me, to promote me level to level, to give me a chance, at each of those levels. And then in the big leagues, just to have that experience. And there's a big part of you earning that experience, and then there's a big part of people believing in you and giving you that credit. And it's just, yeah, it was a great time in my life, and there's a lot of good people, or there was in that organization when I came up all the way through, all the way up top, and lifelong friends, and a lot of stuff I learned from people. So it was an amazing journey.
Once in a lifetime experience. That's amazing. Okay. Now, this is something that stood out to me that I have to ask you about when I was doing my research. Okay. So you were an infielder for the Tigers, but you pitched a couple times, right? How did that come about?
It came about because we were getting torched by the Rangers, and maybe there was a stretch where our bullpen needed some saving and some rest. And Osmus, manager at the time, he actually ambushed me, came up to me in like the eighth inning, and I think I pitched the ninth. Came up to me in the eighth inning and said, "Hey, can you throw? Can you pitch?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do whatever you want." Leland used to make me run up to the clubhouse and get some errands for him in game. I'll just do whatever the coaches ask. And then when I told him, I was like, "Yeah, I'll pitch," he said, "Make sure you throw the knuckleball." Or he maybe asked, like, "Are you going to throw the knuckleball?" And I said, "If you do, I don't, is that okay in this situation?" Losing and having everyone kind of feel down. You don't want to make a mockery of the situation. But he's like, "Yes, throw the knuckleball." Because I always used to mess around with it. I always threw it to everybody for fun every day of my life. And it was a pretty good one. I used to hit people, just playing catch. I would try to make it dance so it hit them type of thing. And everyone knew about it. So, yeah, he wanted me to throw it. Went down the bullpen, warmed up, got out there and just threw the knuckleball. And it was a fun time, even though we were losing. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, right. I mean, hey, it is what it is. All right. And I have to ask you, so having or being a coach for your alma mater, do you look at these kids that you're coaching and see a little bit of yourself in them?
Yeah, you see the dream and the passion of baseball. You see the dream of getting to the big leagues one day. You have to take it one step at a time. You have to play high school, college, minor league ball, all the way up. And just to see them in that time, I could 100% relate
Mhm.
to a lot of the stuff they're going through, a lot of their dreams, ambitions, everything. And I think, I try to give them a good perspective on it, the work it takes to get there, what it means to get there, how to have a deeper meaning in the game than just achieving that goal. Because you can't just have that goal or play the game for that reason alone. There has to be a deeper meaning behind it that you enjoy day in and day out. But yeah, it's great to see them go for it and work and be excited about it at their stage of their careers.
That's awesome. Well, they definitely have a good role model to talk to about that. Okay, so now let me ask you about today's team. I know you're out in California, so you probably don't get the Tigers broadcast, but what do you like with what you're seeing? I mean, they're in this playoff hunt, and you can definitely relate to that. So is this a team you have faith in?
Just the fact that they're in a playoff hunt is exciting, and for fans of Detroit, I mean, you just want the opportunity to go there. Um, you want to have the chance to have it in your own hands to dictate the outcome, and the fact that they are there, that's great. All the more power to them. It obviously creates buzz and excitement, and it will push them harder. And as a fan of any sports team in Detroit in particular right now, it's pretty cool to go to a game and have that. Because a lot of the times, in baseball, if we talk about, there's teams that throw away years for rebuilding and stuff, but when they're actually going for it, knowing the fans are getting their money's worth. That's a great place to be.
Absolutely. Okay, now you talked about the fans. Having played ball in front of thousands of fans, can you imagine these guys out there playing in front of no fans at all at the stadium?
I can't. I never did that. I mean, maybe when I was younger, there's no fans, but to play in a big league game, having that the electricity that's in the air, the roars, the boos, those are the things that you look back, or I look back, and I'm happy that I had that experience. So to have no fans and to hear crickets and to hear people in the dugout talking or whatever's going on right now, it would be an unusual experience. But it looks like they're doing great with it. They're still competing and not skipping a beat. I think they know what's on the line. They know, they have to be in the moment regardless of fans or not. And that's where you want to be as a player. You want to let, if in a normal circumstance, you want the lift you up only, and motivate you in a positive way. So I think they're finding out how to do that without fans, which is interesting.
Exactly. It's a good season for the Tigers, especially after last season, but it's definitely a weird season. Well, Danny, I really appreciate you taking the time to chat with me on Catching Up with Carley, presented by Meijer. It's been an absolute pleasure. And go Tigers.
Yeah, good luck to them. And yeah, thank you anytime.